Henderson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Hey, set. Wait, Eddie. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
2nd down, it's Henderson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky rolling to his left. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check 3, check 3. Watch out.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Danny. Lock in.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Stay at home.
Hey, my 7.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
They've got Mike T right here, guys. Mike T.
Hey, exit.
Here's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and
3. Tighten up.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in, so a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Alert! Alert!
Check 43.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
180!
Check. Strip that ball.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. They will run for the first time here with White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, check 24.
Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. After one, it's 9-0. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Wait, 20.
Squeeze, double.
Go, there,
On 2nd down, it's Henderson. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Let's go, baby.
Smith in on the tackle. A gain on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now he'll throw with Brady. They still, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Watch time.
To throw is Brady. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. A gain there of 21 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will shave one more off this lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
This time, Trubisky will throw. And he's going to go down near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen, and they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Brady going to throw. He's going to float this one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33. And that play started back at their own 33.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 45, come on. Check 45. Hey, check it. Check. 45. Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Burnett. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Quick pass to the outside, caught by Conley. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, set, flag, 20. 45. Let's go, D.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
For conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's going to be a long day.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Alert! Switch. Bristol, travel.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They go play action with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
You see me?
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Hey, team 6.
Chin's the mic. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. 3rd down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Watch the 66. Pull it high. Let's go out. No, 66.
On 2nd and a couple. Brady. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll run the option right here on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
On the draw, this is Henderson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with it.
Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, Every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, ball. Pilot, 64, weak.
First down, a run with Cohen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's got White here. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
45. Mike, 45. Man, I got you. Hey, check Mike, 45.
Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
Wait, that wide, 80. Let me go.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
We want it. Come to my world. Bofo's the Mike. My God.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
Watch the screen.
Now Trubisky to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Conley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on.
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 77 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Brady now on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Henderson now on 1st and 10. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run. Check four. Hey, switch gears.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Let's go. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
They try again with Cohen. 16 yards, a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Focus. 180. Watch the run. Show it up.
On first down, Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, boy. Run. Don't be scared of it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Check 52.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Cohen. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike 10.
Ran, touch.
I got it. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, alert.
10's a Mike.
5.
Check me out.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second-guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Alpha.
Check. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
To throw is Brady. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
Doug. 180.
Watch the curl.
And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that in